start. They are now flying into the quarterfinals.
That was a sweet victory for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Big one against the indomitable Lions of Cameroon. Between these two teams, they've won the African Cup of Nations 8 times. 3 for Nigeria and 5 for the indomitable Lions of Cameroon. I remember vividly at the National Stadium in Surulere, Lagos. That was Nigerian-Ghana 2000 when we co-hosted with Ghana. What they did to us, it went straight to penalty shootout. Our own Victor Ikpeba missing his own spot kick, but after the game, after the review of everything, the ball actually crossed the line. If it was when if VAR was in place, then I think we should have been celebrating victory at the National Stadium in Surulere. But that is it. On that note, I welcome you to the program this evening, Sports Update from Trust TV. I am Emmanuel Fashimi, and also have Noah Sampson, who is still joining me this evening to talk sports. Noah Sampson, welcome to the show. It's an AFCON year. It's a sporting year. AFCON 2023. We've seen the shockers. We've seen the surprises. We've seen the underdogs biting the big dogs in AFCON 2023. And the last one coming last night. Morocco against South Africa. Welcome to the show, Noah Sampson.
The pleasure is mine. If your shock absorber is not strong at this Nations Cup, you're your own.
All right, let's start with this fantastic story where the Super Eagles coach Jose Pissarro has said no complacency against Angola. That is telling his player that they should not just take anything for granted when we confront Angola on Friday.
Yeah, because for what has been happening from the competition so far, nobody. See, even though it's one local team in what we call it in Abidjan that is playing against us, we should take them serious, because it has shown we actually thought probably countries with much population will have much more players, but it's so surprising. You can see Cape de Verde, they're up to a million. If you look at the population, you can see where they are today. They are already at the quarterfinal of the competition.
You're giving them semi-final. No, don't.
So you're at the quarterfinal of the competition. So you can see if it's to me, what someone was going to say, he said the competition is much more interesting than that of World Cup. And I think from the time I've been watching African population, where I've actually focused on sports, actually this is one of the most interesting I've watched so far in the African competitions I've watched. So they shouldn't take the Angolans with Lakadasika. They should have Lakadasika towards it, like, okay, probably we are bigger than them. We are sixth in Africa. Better no. These guys are not here to sell granola. They are not here to come and just feel like we are just here. They are here to make a mark. Even though we are going to be there, they want to make sure, okay, we sweat for it. We sweat for everything. So that's why I want these players they should make this match more serious than that of Cameroon and that of Ivory Coast. They should take this match as if it's the final, because those guys are really. If you look at the game, the match they play against Tanzania, you can see how. Especially our captain that plays, that midfielder captain, Freddie, if I'm not mistaken, that plays for me, very fantastic guy when he was with the ball. Look at their striker, look at Melo, the guy with number 10, I've forgotten his name, Melo something. Very fantastic player also too. So we should just look at these players and make sure we are serious with them, and make sure we shouldn't take them for granted.
Okay, we shouldn't take them for granted. Let's look at the Super Eagles now. From the group stage to the round of 16, has the Super Eagles been much impressive for you? From your own perspective, what you've seen them play since the beginning of the tournament, how impressive have they been? No, it's different for you to look at their performance, but how impressive have they been with their performance? How good do you think they have been? The team play, the style of play, what really is not going well for the team, and what would you like to see moving forward? Because we'll be playing Angola on Friday, so a lot of things, what has not really worked for you, what has worked for them, things you notice.
I know the defense has really been very good. That nobody can argue with that. That the defense has really been very good. They've worked on that defense. After the first match they played against Equatorial Guinea, I think Nwabali has not been that much tested that much because of the way the likes of Semi Ajayi, through Ekong, Kevin Bassi, Seidu have been at that defense. Like they make probably when Umeru comes in again and what do you call it, Osai, the way they organize the defense.
Have a line.
Yeah, a line also too. A fantastic player there too. But the issue I have is the midfield. You know, it's like there's nobody to hold that ball at the midfield. Most of them, you see them holding the ball at the midfield, it's just hold the ball. You just hold the ball. You should not make it no spoil for my hand. Hold the ball and give the pass. There's nobody to hold the ball, manipulate the ball, look for true pass. And that is the issue. That's why you can see Osimhen. You see him coming from the attack, coming down to the midfield to collect ball. You get my point. He's supposed to be at that point there. Feed him the ball. People are complaining that Osimhen has not scored. How many of the opportunities have he seen? Okay, he's a striker. He's born to lose chances, but in a match he sees like those 2 or 3 chances. I say he's not scoring. And how clear are those chances he has seen? How easy it is for him to score? How easy for him to score those goals? So I think we need to work on our midfield. And the issue of having those 2 midfield, I don't know, probably is the coach's style of maybe because he wants to make the defense compact, but those Obi and either Frank Oyeka cannot just do it alone because you have to make the wingers, the likes of Chukwueze, Lukman, and either Moses, any of them coming back to come and collect the ball from the midfield and play. And the likes of Osimhen to be coming to me to come and play, giving these guys more work to do. So I think we should work on our midfield. Our midfield should be a major issue. If the midfield can be worked on, we have someone who can hold the ball at the midfield, can distribute the passes very well, can make sure he makes sure that when he uses the ball, he doesn't release the ball, he looks at who to give the pass, he can beat and do other things. I think that is one of the major points I've noticed.
Okay,
that
all you are saying we need creativity at the middle of the park.
Yes.
Okay, still talking about the Super Eagles, let's quickly take this next story where during yesterday training they were having since after that game against Cameroon, when they at least went back to training, they've been practicing sport kick, and yesterday also they continued with that. Now the Super Eagles team are practicing sport kick, that is penalty kicks. I don't know.
Yes. Who knows if the Angolians their game plans also have 9
players strike time.
Everybody only have 1 striker.
All players back.
Everybody back. So you just have to just practice for it because nobody expected against Senegal, Ivory Coast. They ended in a penalty shootout. Egypt, they played who Egypt that ended also in the extra time. Which Egypt played a team. I forgot the teams that Egypt played that ended in extra time also to the ended penalty. So they should just try and make sure they look at. They should try all possible. If he ends extra time, either extra time penalty. The problem I want, the solution, what we want is that they should just qualify. That is our own. Either you shall qualify.
I think the Egyptians didn't play penalty. No, they equalized all of their goals with penalties, and against Cape Verde it would have been penalty.
But there was a team that team that played the round of 16 that apart from Senegal.
It was Senegal and Cote d'Ivoire.
There was a team before that ended in the
if you look at it, now they are practicing sport kick. What's your take? Now, if you look at, we've not really seen Stanley Nwabali when it comes to penalties. Even Francis Uzoho, we've not been in that condition, and we don't know for Ojo Olonreleke his performance when it comes to that aspect. Do you think eventually if we play extra time and it goes straight to penalties, should there be a change of goalkeeper?
No, I think the coach knows what to do. Maybe he knows probably Nwabali might not be good in penalty, and Uzo may be good in penalty, so he knows what to do. Probably if he notices Uzo is better than Nwabali in penalty shootouts, probably when you are at the second half of the extra time, you just pull out Nwabali and bring in Uzo for him to do those things. So I think the coaches know what he wants, but I think he cannot just bring 3 keepers without any of them being good in penalty keeping. So I think that's the choice is left for the coach.
Okay, the choice is left for the coach. When he goes straight to penalties, what is he going to do? We've seen penalties in this tournament. The last one between Cote d'Ivoire and Senegal. It went straight to penalties. The game between Guinea and Equatorial Guinea, it would have gone to penalties, but at the end, Guinea pipped them 1-0 in that game, and a couple of other games that was played in the round of 16. Still talking about the AFCON. Now we are going to look at about this story. He's also talking tough because if you look at the camp of the Angolians, they have been promising. They have been promises, I beg your pardon, from the country, from some companies in that country, from some top businessmen in Angola, and they've been promised an iPhone, a brand new iPhone, if they beat Nigeria, and the company also have promised them data for for 2 good years. They do not have issue of buying data on their phone, with a lot of money coming from them, and they've been talking tough that yes, with all of this motivation, they are going to beat Nigeria. But Kenneth Omero has this to say. He said Kenneth Omero answer to all of these promises and motivation is that the Super Eagles will do the talking on the pitch.
I love that. I love what Kenneth Omero did there. Talk is free. The issue is that let's come to the field, we are level. Let's dig it out there. Let's deal with ourselves there on the pitch. I think that is the best. I wouldn't want the Nigerian players to make promises or like would they be go or make sure you train well. Your tactics, make sure you make good tactics. Which when you get to the field, you need to deal with them. I think most of what we notice that most people that in football, most of those people that make that say lots, they actually go to the field not performing better. Those quiet ones actually ones who perform better. So,
but don't you think with all of these promises that have been promised that team, do you know what? The dollars they promised to give to them, the money, the iPhone, data
on the
for
feed,
how many years?
On the feed,
you're not going to spend your money on buying data.
On the feed there, it's 11-11. Either they promise you data, they promise you iPhone. Once the other team is quite technically better than your own team, there's nothing you can do about it. That's just it.
Okay, let's coming to that now. Let's look at Jose Pissarro. A lot of persons didn't give him chance, and now people have said, okay, they know why Jose Mourinho actually recommended him for the Super Eagles, because he has actually played a very tight defense, and he has been very defensive, and then relying on counter-attack. You know, that is Mourinho's style of play. Now, if you look at for past months that Jose Pissarro has come in, nobody really gave him chance. Do you think he has actually gotten his tactics right?
To me, I think the players are the one trying to make sure they don't disappoint Nigerians. That is to me. Because I don't think the players are the one actually okay, because they've been really insult on these players that okay, you guys are just doing, even on this show where we try to criticize the players that okay, you guys are just there, there's no passion from you guys, even though the coach is not doing anything, at least can't you guys organize yourselves? So to me, I think the players are the one actually putting the burden on themselves. Okay, either by
no, I beg to disagree on this.
That's why I said everybody has this. So no, that's to me.
He has adopted 3-4-3 formation.
What of the players are not playing to instructions?
5-3, 5-3.
No, 3-4-2. Or
3-4-2.
3-4-1, sorry.
And so far so good. This formation has worked. He's the one making the selection.
He's just like, okay, look at other.
Who makes the selection?
Look at other teams. Okay,
no, who makes the selection?
He mentioned what if the players are not ready to play for him?
Who makes the formation?
Okay, what if the players are not ready to play for him? The coach. But what if the players are not determined to play for him?
Okay, let's move away from that story quickly. For Kenneth Omero, he has actually answered the Palanca Negras team that yes, we, the Super Eagles, we are going to do the talking on the pitch. Okay, still talking about the Super Eagles. Well, this is a good news. It's all about preparation for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Now, the Super Eagles will keep a date with the the Argentines in the friendly come March 2024. They are not now Abeleste, as they are called, will play a friendly match against Nigeria. We are not new to Argentina.
So it's a good one. At least they are number one, the defending champions of the one holding the World Cup. So it's a very good one who play against them. It's going to show that okay, well, these guys, at least we need more important and strong opponents for friendlies. Not we playing countries that are not even that strong when it comes to football wise, and they still defeat us. And even if it's not defeats us, at least you know, okay, it's a very big team that defeats us. So it's a very good one, preparing them ahead of the World Cup.
Okay, we have a double header in the World Cup qualifiers. We'll be playing South Africa also, and a couple of other games during the World Cup qualifier. But for the game against Argentina, it's just a warm-up game come March. That is a month after the Nations Cup. All right, let's go straight to Europe, where if we talk about the men, we also need to talk about the women. There were actions in the Women's Champions League last night, and it was a painful defeat for our own #1 African women's goalkeepers team, that is Chiamaka Nnadozie, where Paris FC lost to Chelsea ladies 4-0. It was a painful defeat, like I said. Let's quickly look at those games. Let's look at the result. We have Ajax women beat Roma Feminile 2-1. FC Bayern Munich ladies and PSG Feminines ended it on a 2-2 draw affair, and that is in Group C. And then in Group D, we have Paris Feminines 0 and Chelsea women 4. They were hammered 4-0. And for Real Madrid Femenino, that is Real Madrid women's team, they continue their woes in the Champions League this season with a 1-0 home loss to Haken women. It was a painful one, but for Paris FC, Chiamaka Nnadozie considered 4 goals.
Yeah, she has been fantastic, especially she has been much more better when it's about kick spot and penalty shooter. She has been saving Paris. So when we saw the results, I said, Chelsea won Paris Germany. I said either Chelsea men or Chelsea women. So far, one of the genders they are winning, either male or female. So I'm happy for Chelsea women.
We are happy for Chelsea. Okay, some fixtures will be coming up tonight, and we also have Super Falcons players who will be in action tonight. Let's go look at those group games that will be coming up tonight. We have Benfica women, where we have Christy Uchebe of Super Falcons against Asisat Oshoala Barcelona Femenino, and then the Eintracht Frankfurt ladies will take on Rosengard women from Norway. And then in Group B, we have Brand women, also from Norway. They will take on Pool 10 women from Austria, and then Lyon Feminines, the team that has won it, just like Real Madrid. They won the Women's Champions League than any other team right there. Lyon Feminines will play Slava Prague women. Tonight, those games will be coming up. Quickly, Benfica, Barcelona women.
My 2 sisters are there, Oshoala and Christian. So I give it to Oshoala, Barcelona.
Okay, you give it to Oshoala, you give it to Barcelona to beat Benfica women at their home ground in Portugal. Let's see how that game will pan out tonight. Okay, let's go straight to the English Premier League, where games will be coming up tonight in the PL. Games were played last night, and we'll have the other games that will be coming up tonight. Manchester City at Etihad will welcome Burnley. Then at Tottenham Hotspur we play Brentford, and then at Anfield, the biggest one, because that is where I'm going to hold you. You are a Chelsea fan. Chelsea will be at Anfield to Liverpool, I beg your pardon, will be at Anfield to welcome the boys from Stamford Bridge, the Blues.
It's going to be a very fantastic match. I know.
Your voice is down. Your voice is down because
it's actually 10th against Chelsea is 10th on the table, while Liverpool first on the table. So to me, I'm not seeing Chelsea win the game. I'm seeing a draw.
You are seeing a draw.
Yes.
What makes you think that Chelsea is going to get a draw at Anfield?
The first match they played this season was against Chelsea. Liverpool was at Stamford Bridge, where was it a 1-1 or 2-2 draw?
I think it was a 1-1 draw.
It was a 1-1 draw. So I think it's going to be either a
repeat of the same first leg result.
Because Chelsea, if you look at for the past they've even lost any match in 5 or 6 matches.
Games,
yeah, they haven't lost any match. Either they win or they draw. And against Aston Villa FA Cup, they played a goalless draw against them. So I think they'll be beating on that momentum so far. So I think it should be probably a 1-1 or a 0-0 draw. But it might change. But that I think from Chelsea's present form and Liverpool's present form, I think they are non-minded. They are both big teams. Forget that Chelsea's been at the 10th position.
Who made Chelsea a big team?
So I think they'll be scared of each other. You know, nobody wants to just go out like that. No, so I'm
okay. Let's Burnley against Manchester City. Vincent Kompany, former player for Manchester City, will be coming back.
Do you want me to speed it out again?
It's homecoming.
You want me to speed it out again? Who is going to win?
But Burnley can pull off a surprise.
Okay, I agree to that, but I'm seeing Manchester City winning that match.
Okay, Tottenham Hotspur against Brentford.
Brentford, yeah, it's a very tough match. I'm probably seeing that as a draw also too.
Okay, you are probably seeing that as a draw. We also have fixtures that will be coming up in La Liga. Let's look at games that will play tonight in La Liga, and it's not looking rosy for one team in La Liga. Let's go straight to La Liga and have those fixtures tonight. I know Barcelona will be in action in La Liga, and then we also have Atletico Bilbao, Atletico Madrid that will be playing. But before we have the La Liga fixtures, let's look at this German fixture, that is German Cup, DFB Pokal as it's called. Hertha Berlin against Kassalutren, as they are called. I think these wonderful names between Hertha Berlin and Kars.
I give it to Hertha Berlin.
Why?
It's a very. It seems the Castle. I've not heard of these teams name before. Probably they'll be in their maybe second division or third division. Who knows? But I think Berlin is some. Hertha Berlin is a very big club.
Hertha Berlin got relegated about 3 seasons ago.
But I seem they are back to the normal to the team also, to the first division.
They are not even.
They are not. But I think Hertha Berlin should be able to win.
Okay, Hertha Berlin should be able to win. Okay, let's have the La Liga fixtures for tonight. Like I said, Barcelona will be at Camp Nou, where they got hammered 5-3 from Villarreal against Osasuna, and then Atletico Madrid against Rayo. But first, let's look at Barcelona. It has not been looking good, and for Xavi, he has said after at the end of the season, he will be leaving that team.
Apart from, we're seeing here information that probably the management wants to just, it should go before the end of the season. But with all the pressures is under now, I'm talking about Xavi, I think he's going to want to prove a point that even though he leaves Barcelona at the end of the season, he's going to leave the club with high shoulders. That okay, at least he tried his best. So I think they're going to just try to just go see past the difficulties they've been going through for the couple of games and make sure they win their match against Osasuna.
Okay, they'll make sure they win their game against Osasuna. And well, Samson, that is where we'll leave it on the show. Thanks for coming on the show this evening.
The pleasure is mine.
Okay, we will leave you with some highlights of the African Cup of Nations. Enjoy yourself. From Trust TV and Sports Update, I am Emmanuel Fashimi. Say thanks for watching.